And look at me when I tell you this with all honesty. If you think that I steal jokes, fuck yeah, you're right. Of course I fucking steal jokes.
20 years later, I'm still financially paying for the shit that's been said about me.
You are a good performer. You do very well with other people's shit.
That's up. How's it good? A couple minutes to get some material. Well, I'll just do some of my material and then it'll hit. What has he ever stolen from you? I used to do this bit about how I was so small that my dad would have to get on my shoulders to get on a ride at Disneyland. Right. Then he did a bit, literally, but this is, I can't.
Where's this proof? Do you know what I'm saying?
I asked for it.
Like, I could understand if there's this proof that I was doing it. That's the part, well, that's one of the parts that is so, it's hurtful, dude. It's hurtful because it's like, show me the evidence of this thing that you're talking, because
and
what
you know,
they're
a lot
saying
of
to you
it
is
was derivative of other people's. He would sometimes hear a bit, change it to Mexican. Like, for instance, if Paul Mooney had a joke about black people, he would change it a bit, but premise-wise, it was always extremely too similar.
Come on, Kanye, I just take jokes and repackage them with a Mexican accent, man.
If what they're saying to you is true, right? If they're literally saying to you, hey, be careful what you do in front of Carlos, you know he takes all these jokes, there would be so much evidence.
Of course I fucking steal jokes. Are you out of your fucking mind? When I come to a comedy club, you better run, bitch. You better get the fuck off stage. Because if anything you say is even remotely funny, I'm going to make it mine. And all I'm going to do is say Mexican in the front.
Yeah, the fish sticks episode. Yes. At one point, Kanye basically kidnaps you and puts you in a room.
Right.
And
I saw it the other day.
Beats you to death.
Yeah. Kills me.
Kills you. Yeah, because in the process you admit to stealing jokes and stuff like that.
Right. That I stole that joke, that I don't know who got it from me. Yeah, something like that. Right?
Exactly.
We rip on Carlos Mencia. Carlos Mencia gets it much worse than Kanye West.
That's true.
The funny
Yeah,
part.
Carlos Mencia should have been way more pissed than Kanye West. All right, recently we've all come to know the fish sticks joke is probably the funniest, most awesome joke ever. But who originally came up with it? Well, here's your answer. Joining us tonight, the brains behind the incredible fish sticks joke, the one and only Carlos Mencia. Yeah! Vive la Mexico! So, Carlos, you've got a show on Comedy Central, a stand-up tour. Where did you have time to come up with this classic joke?
I always knew going on the road with him that, number one, I found it odd that he never had a notebook. You know, usually, comics riff with each other and they write things down or whatever it might be. Okay. He never did that. Right. And he had hours of material.
Well, I was just kicking it with my homies and my brain. My brain's always so full of ideas because I'm so funny and stuff. So I was just all like, hey, Pepito, you like fish sticks? And my homeboy says, yeah, Carlos, you're so funny. And it just occurred to me, I was like, oh, man, you must be gay fish, Holmes.
How did it feel? I mean, because South Park is a very big stage. Did you get a kick out of it or did it bother you a little bit?
I got a kick out of it at the time. At the time, I was like, you should have called me. I would have done my own voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to me, it wasn't like, I leaned into the narrative when I did I Am Comic.
I'm like a rapper. I just sample shit and make it my own. Was that really my song? I don't know. But it sounds like mine. But it kind of sounds like somebody else's. It's a hit, bitch!
Look, it wasn't me. I didn't really start the fish stick thing, all right? You just saying that now because you're scared. No, man, it's true. I stole it, man.
When we first came up with it, it was absolutely absurdist, had nothing to do with Kanye West at all.
It wasn't like, let's rip on Kanye West.
It wasn't like, it was just stupid. It was just because the Evel Knievel costume was kind of remind us. But then, the more we started joking about it, it was like, well, Kanye West would be the most humorless person in the world about this and wouldn't get the jokes.
Everywhere I go, people pants smaller than mine. And I'm the one who, you eat fish sticks because I have skinny jeans on.
There's definitely some people going, oh, Kanye, he's the kind of guy that hires people. He's gonna hire people to kick your ass or. I ain't gonna hurt you. I pay people to do that for me. Oh shit! Oh no, man! Come on! I got no dick, man! Oh. What's his reaction gonna be? This or that? And it was crazy because the next day on his blog, it was all Kanye saying basically well, South Park really made fun of me last night, and it made me realize I really do need to look at myself, and I really do. And it was shocking. It was really
unexpected reaction.
If Ari and I look positively giddy this morning, it's because we spent last night rewatching the South Park episode where Carlos Mencia gets beaten to death with a baseball bat.
How good was it?
It's pretty goddamn good.
If you had to pick out a favorite line, what would it be?
I got no dick.
Hell no, man. Come on, I got no dick, man.
I got no dick. I got no dick. Come on.
You know what it's like to be a comedian and not be funny?
I got no dick.
I'm not funny. I steal jokes. My dick don't work, man. I got to piss in a plastic bag, man. I got no dick.
My dick doesn't work.
Nobody knows how to fuck you up better than South Park.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. He's breaking down.
His Twitter's hilarious.
Twitters are hilarious.
If you haven't seen his Twitter, Ari and I were just talking about how dumb people come off in their Twitter. He heard that Kanye West was so moved by the South Park episode, where, by the way, Kanye came off bad, but he came off about 1,000,000 times better than Mencia. But Kanye was so moved by the episode that he said he was going to change. And Carlos said, I'm going to follow suit. I think we should all change. And then Brian Redband got online and posted on Mencia's account saying, stop stealing Kanye's idea.
Problem is too, he's like, if you say I'm going to change, it means like, well, Kanye's going to change what they made fun of him for being stupid and pretend you're smart.
Is it perhaps that I'm fashionable and fish sticks are crunchy?
Are you saying it? They're saying you steal. So you're admitting that you're stealing by saying, and then he's like, oh yeah, no, I didn't want to do that. All right, yeah, take it all off. I don't want to admit any of that.
Yeah, it's one of those Twitters that's hilarious in how dumb it is.
And somebody else doing that joke before me. It would be everywhere, right? Because these comedians would have put it in and done it. There's none. We're still talking about a wall joke that 10 people did and a joke that sounds very similar to something that Bill Cosby did that I addressed with him himself. It's like, I don't have to talk to anybody about this. This wasn't your joke. This was Cosby's joke. I talked to Cosby. We settled it. We're good. I don't have to talk to anybody else about this.
Yeah.
Because I have people that are like, well, what about the Cosby bit? Yeah, I talked to him about it. Well, maybe you should apologize. I did. To him.